husband's money, our money, women. Because when I think about money, and when I think about my husband's money, our money, this pool of money, he worked so hard in his 20s, in his 30s, in his 40s, and he's willing to share these things with me. So that's just humbling for me. So
who is this woman? We need more like her.
He literally like inputs the money, and we have a new reality. He's the architecture of my life, right? We have a house, we have a puppy dog, we're in the Midwest. That's where we want to live. That's a lifestyle. I'm having a baby, and we're having a baby. So literally, if you think about it, like my husband goes and makes the money turns into food. I eat the food, and it makes the baby. You know, so it's a good frame to be in if you think about it. I think a lot of women just take that for granted if they find themselves in that position. And I do want to be clear: my husband is not a millionaire. So you guys out there, you can definitely achieve it. We live a pretty conservative lifestyle in the Midwest. That's definitely sustainable. I have like a weekly allowance of $100 because that's all I need in the Midwest. So you can definitely pursue something like that. But women,
who is this woman? Where do I find more like her? Midwest, you say? Oh, we just hit 1.2 on YouTube. Thank y'all.
Take it for granted because they don't know how much a company is making off of their man. That I asked my husband on purpose. I said, okay, you know, per the clinic, how much do they make off of you? And he told me the number. And I said, how much do you make an hour? He told me that number. And I was like, damn, that sounds painful. So that really put it into perspective.
This is a woman that thinks from both point of view. It's a beauty. Oh my God. And earlier she was saying something about inspiring a man.
Perspective for me and allowed me to be more grateful and also appreciating the blood, sweat, and tears. It's not the money that he's making now. Like this man has spent decades to get to where he is. So it's like, oh, you're gonna share that with me? Like, thanks, man.
Let me ask Kiana. So let me get your take. So,
yes.
Woman who loves her husband and is proudly number 2 in her household. You're a beautiful girl. You're an entrepreneur. You're a model. When you hear a woman talk like this, does it aspire you to get a man? Does it make you realize, listen, that's great for you, beautiful girl. I kind of got my own thing going on here. When you're hearing a woman talk like this, how are you processing
I'm kind
that?
of start off by saying my mom is still married to my dad for 35 years.
So why you not married yet?
So I understand what it takes to be that woman. But for me to be that woman, I can't be in society now, modern. And modern nowadays, I can't be that woman that my mother was modern. I see my mom do cook, clean, bath water running, everything for my father.
Okay.
And she
Can't be that woman. Why?
still with him. So for me now, it's like something greater than that. So it's not saying that I won't get married, but if I do get married, it's gonna be what I want and not what the man want.
Modern day woman delusion. I think they forget who give out the ring and who propose. I think they have a hard time understanding who gives out the ring, who gets down on one knee. I think they have. I don't think they understand that. They think. I mean, it's always gonna be some limp. And limp is simp. Just can't say that. They always gonna have some limp bro that's gonna scoop this up. But it's probably not gonna be the man she wanted in the future. I hope she changed her mindset before it's too late. Because she operating off what I want. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Fuck what the man wants. Even though the men are the one that give out the relationships, ring, get down on one knee, propose, and all this extra shit. Fuck what the man wants. As long as I want to make sure my wants is met, and then if they're not met, I'm not bent. Like, bro, that's so delusional to think that she just gonna get a man by thinking like.
Really? Okay, so two things. Your parents are still married.
Still married.
35 years later, respect.
Yeah.
Give your mom a shout out real quick, and daddy.
Hello.
You also talk.
I don't think they want to be shouted out.
Queen is still here.
We out here. You said
I don't know about the queen part, sweetheart. You need a man for that.
something that
Ain't no such thing as a queen without a king.
I have to address. You said, when I get married, it's
where y'all
going to
fuck up
not
at.
be something the man wants. It's going
gonna
to be what I want. Please explain what that means. Because I already know in the comment section they're going to be like, this chick don't get it, bro.
She don't.
I get
What is
it.
she talking about
She
right
don't.
now? So what do you want, and why won't you do what your man wants?
It's kind of deep to say that, but for me, I'm not gonna sacrifice life now because there's so much going on in life. It's not like back in the day where we didn't really have much, where you have to have kids and be married. It's so much that I can do within my life to where what I do, it should make sense equally together. So my mom was in a generation where all she knew was him at that point. And for me, I just feel like...
No, I disagree right there. I think the women in that generation, they understood family, bro. They understood the value of family, the meaning of family, how powerful family is. They understood that. And I don't think modern day women even give a fuck about what that is. They don't mind having just them and the kids. They don't mind being single. They don't mind that at all, bro.
Like I can bring more to the table than being her. A person that cooks and clean, run bath water. We understand we can be that. I can do that all day. All day I could do that for you. But if you want to see something different,
you want to bring more to the table.
In that, I could do it.
Okay, so
it's not that I'm like degrading a woman for doing that.
Yeah.
Simple fact.
That's literally what most of y'all want. Y'all shame the women. That's like house. Shame. Girl, you don't want to do this. Girl, you don't want to do that.
Like it's greater than that. Plus that. That's like double.
You literally are degrading that. You said you feel like that is greater than that. So by default, you are degrading that. How she contradicted what she said.
Double.
So explain what you would like to bring to the relationship. If you're saying, hey, listen, basic,
what I want
basic
and not what
level
I'm bringing.
stuff is cooking, cleaning, doing the bath, taking care of the kids. I got that.
I just
Mommy's
want
been doing that
peace.
for 35 years.
I want a peace.
What do you want to bring to the relationship?
Peace.
Wrong question. You should be asking her, what do the man want? I guarantee you she don't. She fucking up right now. I guarantee you. Bro, I would like to know how old she is.
I want peace.
What does that mean?
Peace is just being confident about what you want in life. Because a lot of people don't know what they want in life. They could be married and still struggling.
That's peace.
With themselves.
Okay.
I want, if you want to, this is what we do, this is what we're working on, this is what we're doing. Is people don't know their self.
Okay.
I don't know how I can break that down, but peace is something that I really dig for.
Okay.
So what is your lifestyle of peace? Like if you were to explain, like, okay, I found this guy.
That's a very beautiful.
I really like him, and he provides me peace. What is that lifestyle? What's your
natural air
role, and what's his role?
Somebody, okay, so we bring it back to confident.
Yeah.
And confident can be somebody waking in the morning and just ego. Confidence to me is just knowing what you want, and what I do don't affect you. You still gonna be the man when you wake up tomorrow. I don't know. It's just
okay.
I don't know.
Well, let me.
Man, a whole bunch of delusion going on right here. And she can't even much elaborate on what she wants. She just knows she wants what she wants.
Let me ask you a couple questions, then I want to open it up for everybody. You're picturing a dude out there that you'll settle down with. Go ahead. Go there right now. Go with me. By the way, everyone in the audience, picture who you're going to be with the rest of your life. Go, think about.
Visualize.
Think about where you're at. By the way, baby girl, I'm right here with you right now. So think about where you're at. Now that he's in your head, obviously, I hope you're thinking about your husband. I know that your situation's complicated, Sterling. Nat, there's a lot of dudes sliding in the DM. I get it. Jojo, obviously, you're happily married. Kiana, this dude, how tall is he?
6 foot plus.
I don't know. I don't even look at
here we go with this.
Give me a basic number. Let's just answer these things rapid fire.
6'1", 6'1".
You can't make this shit up. I don't really look at the height, but he gotta be 6'6". You they be trying to sound so politically correct, bro. I don't really look at the height like that, just personality, and then takes it to the small percentage of men. 6'1", 6'1". Come on now.
Give me a basic number. Let's just answer these things rapid fire.
6'1".
He's 6'1". Gotcha. Shape, ripped, big, dad bod,
big
skinny, huh?
Big. And not big, but big enough.
Like a football player big, like Sterling big. Sterling 6'1". Bigger, smaller? Okay.
Big.
Muscular.
Just can go to the gym like me, not lazy.
Hell yeah. Okay, so this gentleman, Black, white, Latino, doesn't matter.
don't matter.
Asian, persuasion.
It don't matter.
The whole thing. Got it. And how much money would you like him to make a year?
At least 6 figures. At least 100K a month. I mean, 100K a year. At least 6 figures.
Over 60 million. Over.
Hold on,
We gonna go to 5 million.
Wait, you say 60 million?
Yeah, we gonna go to 5.
Did this girl just say over 5? Okay.
5 million.
I'm about to have a heart attack right now.
5 million to 60. No, this. In a hypothetical, say she do find she not gonna be able to keep her. That man gonna get it. That man gonna get in her drawers. And that's it. She not gonna keep her. She don't add value to his life. She's so focused on what she wants. She's not gonna be able to get that million. Especially no 1% of man. That don't much value what he wants. She's not gonna be able to keep him at all. Too delusional.
5 to 60. 5 to 60. I'm
5 million
5
minimum.
cut 5.
I don't think they know how much money that is. I don't think women actually know how much money that is. It's kind of social media that just let them think that that million is right there in their hands, but it's really not. Sweetheart, one night stand, you gone because you don't know how to add value to his life.
60.
Million with an M.
Million.
Okay, got it.
Because
Sterling,
you can make 1 million.
can't make 1 million. Lose my number, obviously. But you said 5 million.
500K? What 5? What?
Baby, you answer the question.
I'm just saying we could do it this way to make it common. 500K to 5 million.
Gotcha. So minimum
make
half
it
a million.
easy, yeah.
Now, what percentage of men do you think make 500,000 a year?
Bro, that's less than a 1% of man.
Give me a number. What percentage
That's
of men
less than a 1%
make $500,000 a year? Close. It's 1%.
Right, but
What
I just want
percentage
to
of
put an
men-
extra 2.
Okay. So, got it. And when you meet this man of your dreams who's 6'1", black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican or Haitian, doesn't matter, from the Zulu Nation, shout out to Tribe Called Quest. Oh my God. How much are you going to contribute to the overall family income?
Like I said earlier, bro, she won't know how to add value to his life because she not gonna know, especially that caliber man wants. She do not value what they want. She's so focused on what she wants, and if I don't get what I want, blah blah blah. No, sweetheart. Men give out the relationship. Once you pop pussy, you're done. You're done. The smart thing to do, if I was a female, bro, I preserve my value. No nigga getting this pussy all.
So, for instance, you contribute maybe 10%, right? Allie, 20, I don't know, whatever you're making.
Oh, yeah, that's probably close.
Sure, but you're a housewife proud. Yeah. How much would you like to contribute?
Oh, you're talking about money wise.
I wouldn't even contribute until I got it there yet.
You wouldn't say?
I wouldn't contribute until I'm there yet.
So
I wouldn't want a man until I'm there
It's
yet.
all on the man.
No, it's not on the man. It's on me. I will not contribute until I'm there.
So you're saying you're paying your own bills?
Yeah, I'm going to be at that level to where if I do be there, you can't talk about it. You have to be there when I'm there.
It's kind of off topic. It's kind of similar. I could feel like she's just a modern woman, bro. And they think just because they pay their bills that they are so different and boss babe, boss bitch. I don't need no all this extra stuff and it's privilege. Blah blah blah. Sweetheart, congratulations, you're an adult. Pay your own bills. Why do these women? They think they get a cookie for paying bills. Congrats. Fuck.
Because if not, I'm dragging you like a dog.
Last couple questions for you. Have you ever been married and do you have any kids?
No.
Okay, got it. So here's the complicated question. You ready? Buckle up, everybody.
What do men want?
This man who on a bad day is making $500,000 a year. On a good day, he's making somewhere between $5 and $60 million. Respect. He's 6'1". He's, a multitude of different colors. Let's just say he looks like Sterling. Good-looking guy. Why would he pick you? Why would he pick you?
Exactly.
He don't have to.
No, but he's going to. He won't. Tell us why he would.
He won't pick her.
I wouldn't know why he would. I guess it's the attraction. Mm-hmm. My drive. My determination, I guess that, because I feel like I can become that image, but maybe I'm not that yet.
All right.
Men don't value that. Men don't value your drive, your ambition. Don't value that. delusion. I hope they can help educate her to where she flip her mind. She look like she on the older side. I hope she not plus. Men also very youth, especially a man that make 500K a year. He definitely want him a nice, beautiful 21-year-old. And if she 30, sweetheart, you probably already off.
So here's the follow-up. You're saying your drive, your ambition, your attraction. If he's making that much money, why does he want your drive? Wouldn't he just want you to be a pretty housewife? Now you're back to playing the same role your mother's playing, if he's making that much money. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, baby, I'm going to be it now if you give me a cash.
All of a sudden.
With a wedding dress now, baby. Listen.
All of a sudden, baby knows
Now
how to
listen.
change some diapers and do some bath
No,
water
I don't
now.
need the diaper change,
Okay.
but if you can get, I just, listen.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Let's open it up for Allie and Sterling.
What?
She's not gonna get them kid. Oh, well, she probably can. I doubt. I hope.
Now, you guys are friends? You guys know each other?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Allie, when you hear her say these things, what comes to mind?
A lot of people like to think hypergamy is trading up and up and up for a man, but I think some.
Hey Siri, what does hypergamy mean?
Action of marrying a person of a superior caste, class.
The action of marrying. Oh, so dating a millionaire, something like that, right? Dating somebody that's sued. Okay.
A lot of people like to think hypergamy is trading up and up and up for a man, but I think sometimes hypergamy is choosing to be alone. Like, I wouldn't say that, Kiana, correct?
Yes.
I wouldn't, you're welcome. I wouldn't say that Kiana's particularly interested in a relationship. I mean, yeah.
That's the thing.
She don't sound like she's interested at all.
I've been in one my whole life with my father and my mom, so it's like, I've been in one.
But that's not a relationship.
It's a
because you have
relationship.
parents.
Relationship.
What's your longest relationship aside from your parents?
I've been in two, and both there were 8 years.
Oh, okay.
So
And
I know
how
how
old
to
are you?
be
Give or take
long.
30? Give or take? Do you mind?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Oh, you should never ask a woman her age now.
Fuck. Like, can't stop with that bullshit. Stop. You should never ask a woman her age. Excuse me? If you're gonna be the mother of my kids, I need to know your age. Can we stop with that? And then I remember, bro, what adult was that when I was a kid told me never ask a woman her age? Not disrespectful at all. And also, you should always ask a woman her age. In my opinion, you gotta make sure she ain't no fucking child. Cause nowadays they got 16-year-olds looking like they fucking 21. Always ask a woman her age, especially if I'm planning on taking her serious. I will always ask a woman her age, and she offended because she a little older and she know that she probably gonna hit the wall. And I bet you she past 30. She look past. No offense. That does not take away from her character. That does not mean she's a bad person. It just means 30. That's it. I don't know why they think so badly of that. Because women deep down inside, they know, bro. They know when they get older, that value, as far as the dating market go, bro, should decrease. They know it.
I know, but I'm kind of hosting a show. All right.
Google,
You're
you
young.
gotta Google
You're
that
young.
now if I put
Okay,
it out
gotcha.
there.
Got it. See, sometimes I break the rules
Sorry,
around
excuse
here.
me.
All right. Natalia's still somehow 21 when we hired her 4
Hello,
years ago.
I'm still
She was
24.
21. So
That's a pretty.
continue. She basically agreed with you. She's saying she's not ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say like not ready. I just don't think she wants one. I think you'd rather just do your own thing.
Until I create who I am, because I don't want to feel like I'm begging someone to take care of me or like I'm.
How old is her? What is her name? Real? Okay, this is real femme Spain.
I don't want to feel like
That's
a
not her.
user, or I just want to be
Okay.
at my
that's-
standard
that's-
as a woman.
That's
You
interesting.
think
and
that
then
if you were
you come.
So you feel like you need to reach a certain level
Yes,
of success.
before I get the high value man, I should say.
That's very. This her right here? No, it's not her. That's the. Yo. Like. It's her grandma. The haram activity? What the haram? Haram. What type of shit is this? Sorry, I don't think I'm sorry to tell you. I don't think the millionaire picking this up, sweetheart. Sorry to tell you. Oh, she from New Orleans too? Oh no. Oh, is she from New Orleans? I bet you it's past 30. I'll give her 31. I can't. Should never ask women her age. I will always. And if she feel offended and she don't want to tell me her age, she don't have to. Just know I'm not taking her serious.
Oh, well, I
my
wouldn't say...
level.
For your own self
My
confidence.
own self of what I want, because this is what I'm asking for. 5 million. I gotta be there.
So
I have to be there.
Can I ask a question, Adam?
Smart.
Sure, go ahead, Sterling.
So, okay, let's say, yeah, you want to reach a certain level of success to, before you would feel comfortable and confident in even settling down, right?
Yes.
How would you feel if you settled down before you'd reach that level of success? What would be sort of holding you back from that? What's holding you back from?
It's not holding me back. It's about the building. Now we can sit there and make a plan and create the plan, and we're working towards the plan. But would you stay on that plan?
Like you and your partner,
me and a partner
man,
now.
right?
We not something. There. We're building and creating.
So is it?
This thing is building and create. What? Am I missing a? Are y'all missing a part where she literally just said she want minimum a nigga that can make $500,000, less than 1% a man? You don't want to build with him. You want him when he's there. Before talk about some build. And she missing the main part, bro. Like I keep saying, she don't know what men actually value, especially men of that caliber.
Is it up to you to stay on that path? Because that's what I do. I want to be there.
Well, it sounds like you want to be financial equals. You don't want to make less than him. Do you want him to make more than you?
I would love that, but who wants to take care of someone for the rest?
Men, we love doing it. You don't want. See, she thinking from the female lens and looking at it from the female lens. Ain't no man gonna want to take, which a lot of women do, bro. They become, look, this is a problem, and this is what most modern women do too, and this they doing now, bro. They become the man that the man. Wait. How do I say this? They become. Okay, that's how you say it. They become the man that they want. That's how you say it. They become the man that they want. Yeah, I need to be financially equal. I need to be making $500,000 too. We are designed to share our resources to provided to protect our resources. Just in the time, always sharing our resources with our family. We have no problem with that. You, on the other hand, you probably would have a problem with that, which is perfectly fine because you're a female. But we designed to share our resources.
Lots of
successful men are.
Lots of men are comfortable.
Definitely
with that.
signing up for that.
Oh, definitely. Like I'm
love
allowed
that, but
to.
I don't want to feel like a
But the difference
baby.
is,
it's just a mentality kind of thing. So it's actually very endearing. There's a whole other side of masculinity that doesn't get talked about. I mean, obviously, Rolo knows about it. Rolo got a whole like wife and a daughter, so don't play me. I hope you're watching. So there's like this whole other side of masculinity. These men like taking care of women. So
most men like taking care of.
They wouldn't really look down on it, but the thing is if you wanted to take that route, if you want, these quote unquote high value men, they're normally making that much money to turn that money into things like a house and a family and babies.
Yes.
And basically the problem with that is there's young women out there who already know the game, so they would just scoop those guys up. I did it. I was 27.
My thing is my father has houses from Compton, Inglewood, Culver City. As a low value man, to me, I'm getting more than what he can bring, but what he brought to the table, I will enjoy. It's enjoyable to do that. It wasn't forced. He enjoyed taking care of our family, 5 kids. He enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, see that your father enjoyed it, and probably I'm pretty sure you got uncles or somebody. Like if your father, okay, let's just father. You said your father enjoyed it. So I have the thought in your head, who would want to take care of somebody? Men obviously would. Your father's taking care of your mama and five of the kids.
So it's not like no one enjoys.
I hope they inform her and help her.
That's not what I'm accepting. That's middle class for me. I already lived that. I already lived that life. It's not that I'm looking to be married and live in Inglewood or Hollywood or and live off a 9 to 5, or it's something greater than that in life for
So
me.
because you were kind of born
already
and
there,
you were
right.
raised in this
Culver
in
City,
this certain
Hollywood. It's like it's a whole nother level.
You're trying to make sure that you go up one.
Yeah, which is nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants the best of the best. Nothing wrong with that. Shit, I want the most prettiest feminine woman I can find. Everybody, purist too, purist.
I don't need to get married.
Question for you, but believe me, I think we're just spending some time on you because we don't. I know Sterling's story. I know Allie's story. We don't know much about you.
I'm sorry.
You've said no. You're on the show for a reason. So my point is, don't think that we're picking on you.
No.
But you are saying things
love
that
my
like antennas
testimony.
going off. So you're saying that you want a high class lifestyle, meaning you've done the low class lifestyle.
And not low,
you've done the
but
middle.
just,
You've
I
done the
lived
middle
it.
class
Yeah.
thing. You're like, listen, I ain't settling for no BS. I only want the best of the best.
I just
And
want
I'm willing
something
to
that I feel
become the best version of myself so
to
I can
get it.
attract that man.
Because I'm not going to ask for something lower
Got
than
it.
what I'm
Now,
asking
what
for.
if I were to tell you that that man
You're working on
making
yourself.
$500,000 a year or $5 million
Doesn't give a fuck
dollars a
about your
year,
money.
let's just say, gives zero fucks about your drive, your
Fuck
ambition,
about
your
money.
career. Zero. He's
Don't care at
basically
all.
saying, hear
Mm-hmm.
me out. I got this, baby girl. Don't hassle me. Don't annoy me. I just want to have peace. Your words. So here's what I need you to do. Accept the lifestyle that I'm bringing to you.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to retweak that little attitude. You are
Right,
good
little
enough. Now you're going to be in my world. I have
some
no
pretty tea,
interest
too.
in
What you
our
do.
worlds combining.
Right.
You're going to get on my page. It's almost like what Allie said about her husband.
Well,
is that something that turns you on or off
I
that
love
lifestyle?
it. Well, I better have a black card in my name, credit, but it be in good enough, and trade lines, and just different things need to be for me to not to work.
Okay. So you heard what Allie said about her life.
So she accept what she accept a week. My weekly is totally different.
Okay, so when Allie says
That's literally the equivalent. If I was just the that'd be the equivalent of me sitting down playing video games, eating fucking potato chips, feel my life, not and think that I should get that delusion. Delusion.
I get
$100 a week.
$100 a week as an allowance. Keeps in mind she lives in Kansas. How likely are you?
And I live in LA, born and
You
raised
live
in
in LA.
Hollywood.
Yeah, you would need
Now
a bigger
I-
allowance.
How likely are you to take a $100 a week allowance?
It would have
And
worked.
if the answer is hell no, which I'm allow you to answer,
No, I'm right.
what is your ideal weekly/monthly allowance?
These women expect a lot. Like, I know I'm going to be a millionaire. I know that for a fact. Or a multi-millionaire. I know that for a fact. Nobody can take that away from me. I know that for a fact. I bust my ass every day. I spend hours a day at the desk my ass. I just on other shit too. I know for a fact I'm going to. It's like, bro, I'm going to. I don't know how they make it sound like that. Weekly allowance. Like, that's how kind of. I'm going to share my resources with my partner. Obviously, every woman I choose, if she adds value to my life.
Kiana,
What I gotten already?
what have you gotten and what would you like to get? That bag, the proverbial bag.
I
Go ahead.
don't want to talk too much, so I might stop my money flow. But
Or you might attract more.
hey,
So $100 allowance, is that acceptable to you? Why or why not? And what are you looking
no,
for?
because that's my weekly will be over 2 already. That's just weekend money.
Over $2,000.
What are y'all doing?
That's just weekend money.
Weekend money, play
That's not
money.
monthly.
Okay.
Your weekend money is what you do on a weekend is $2,000. What you do on a weekend costs $2,000. What the fuck are y'all doing like this? Pretty sure it don't cost that much to get your nails in your head, dude. Just a weekend, by the way. A weekend is 2 days. Saturday and Sunday. That's 2 days. $1,000 a day. Crazy.
Monthly will be over 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Monthly. Woo, woo. I ain't gonna cap. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. Even now, I still share my resources. take her out. Still gonna bed, drive around, pay for this. Blah, blah, blah. A girlfriend I had never had to pay for nothing. I paid for all that shit, drive around, all that shit. I don't. The delusion is like throwing me off, bro. $10,000 what? 10,000 a month is crazy, bro. That's so crazy to me.
So
That
for
was
a man
yeah.
to wife you up,
I'm not saying what I
10
wife up, but what he would wife up, but what I was offering, me coming to the table, how I look, and you know, I don't.
Your looks gonna take you so far. You look like you're kind of losing it too. Respectfully, you are getting older. It looks kind of, and that is makeup. So yeah, no. It looks gonna take you so far. That sounds like the only thing you actually bring to the table. Probably.
I don't know. It's like you gotta have a mouthpiece to ask what you want. It's kind of like where I'm from is closed mouth don't get fed. It's like you have to say what you want, and somebody gonna say no. Well, it's like you double up your price, and then you lower it.
Right.
So when she's saying closed mouths don't get fed, how are you processing that? Because in my opinion, for a pretty girl in your house living with you, you better not be talking too much. You might want to close that yap to keep that money coming.
My partner was definitely gonna have her credit card. I was gonna be putting not no specific limit, you know.
Yeah,
that's my perspective.
If you know your position.
What do you know your role?
Yeah.
How do you process what she's saying?
I mean, so she said closed mouths don't get fed.
Correct. And
so you have to ask her.
Bro, my dad used to tell me that all the time because I never spoke up when I was hungry, and I think I went like a full day without eating, and I think he just taught me a lesson like just because and then he was like, you was hungry, you should have said something. My dad just be teaching lessons,
in order
bro.
to get what you
yeah,
want.
squeaky wheel get the grease. I get
well,
that.
yeah, I mean that's fair and that's standard
anything.
because men are not mind readers. So if you want something from him, you should
Anything.
verbalize it, but just be reasonable. So the $100 allowance is my idea, just because I saw locally how much a cup of coffee costs, and all I want to do is be able to go into some coffee shops a couple of times a week, and then maybe I want to get my nails done, and maybe I want to buy a dress or something because I can go shopping at Ross. But if I lived in Orlando or something like that, I think it would have to be more than that. Yes. But that was something that I was interested in because it's just good habits. Because my husband gave me this credit card, and it felt like I was swiping it into the ether, and I really couldn't keep track of it just because my mind couldn't connect. You know how Disney does the fast pass on the wrist so that you spend more money?
Out of sight, out of mind. Just keep swiping.
Yeah, pretty much. And so that's what it was like for me. And I was like, can I please just get this prepaid thing? And he ended up doing it, and I like it. It's good for me.
All right, well, let's talk. Let's move on. Let's talk about financial goals as a couple. That's a topic that we're going to discuss right now. So you're married, you're single, you're complicated. Shared bank accounts, splitting expenses, allowances, splitting of the bills. How do you process what's going on here with everything we're discussing about allowances? I've been in relationships where I've given girls quote unquote allowances, right? Some of them were working for me, girlfriends at the time, need you to get to work. On top of that, I know how costly it is to be a woman, hair, makeup, nails, tanning, this, that, the other, clothes. I get it. So for me, I was giving a girl a couple grand a month just to do you, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the future, I'm going to be definitely credit card.
When you hear this, what have you done, and what are you willing to do for the right woman?
I mean, in my situation, it's always been a case of, look, anytime she's around me, I pay for everything.
That's what I do now, bro.
That's what I do now. Pay for a taxi. I'm not going to pay for.
That's just what I believe in too.
Dinner,
I believe in a man should pay for
movies.
I just believe in a man should pay for. Man is the provider, protector. I mean, that's what I believe.
No
Basic
chance.
stuff.
No chance. Yeah, basic
So any
stuff.
girl that's with me, she don't pay for.
When she's around me, it's all paid for by me. If I want to fly her in, if I'm on business somewhere and I'm like, she's a few countries away or whatever, okay, come. Yeah. I'll pay for that shit. Take the weekend off, come over. But obviously, I'm not at that stage yet. But if I had a child with said lady, right, then that's a case of okay, everything's covered. Don't worry about it. I take care of it. I take care of it all, right?
Man being the provider.
Yeah, exactly. But it would be a situation where I'd give them an allowance. but it wouldn't be outrageous. It would be within reason. I'm not a sucker.
What's up?
Right? Facts, bro. I'm not just putting. Bro, that's facts. Like,
what you say is not an outrageous number, and is acceptable.
Outrageous number.
For example, if hypothetically, if I had a lady who lived in Eastern Europe who was having my child, I would say, okay, well, I'd look at the census and be like, how much does it cost to like raise a kid in this country? All right, let's
$20 a year.
Like it ain't okay. You're not gonna famoosh me for like $1,000 if it costs you $5 a week to feed the baby.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna famoosh me.
You're automatically going to Eastern Europe. Why?
Not automatically.
Because you would only have a kid with a girl out there.
Because they're
What about a
feminine.
modern American woman that lives in LA that wants 10K?
Don't do it.
They hella feminine too. They talk like women, bro. They not on that loud. I hate that loud. They not loud. They don't be sitting with their legs open. Women, that shit fucking crack. And they not hoes either. See, that's the point.
I think it depends
Hold
on the
when
person.
everyone's speaking, nobody speak. Let Sterling do his thing, and
I'll
I'll
just
come
finish
to
up.
you.
I would be against the idea of having a child in America.
Really? Is it because you're Australian? Is it because you're Mr. International worldwide? It's because you've been girled on 7 continents? Or is it because there's something about women in the West that are just not what you're looking for?
It's not even the women; it's the legal system here.
Ah, gotcha. The court
It's just the laws here.
Gotcha.
I think they take it. I think they're
Number one.
They pedestalize women and they take the
the incentives are wrong, and they're designed. They're incentivized wrongly to try and to try and make the women break up with the dude and like take money and get child support. Right? I would much rather a situation where the government is not involved at all.
Right.
Yep.
Like for example. I would happily get married in a church and keep it a purely religious ceremony. The government has no involvement in it whatsoever.
Signing papers, no
Just
nothing.
me, you, and a priest. Cool. Done.
Exactly. Y'all let the government child relations. I'm not doing that. Fucking business. Fucking sleepy Joe and business, bro.
No, I'm not signing a paper or anything.
Nothing.
Because
That's
then
what I'm
the government
saying.
gets
That's what
involved.
I'm
Then the
not
government
I'm
gets
not
involved,
signing
right?
out a single paper in my wedding. I'm signing a paper. I bought this thing for you. You gonna be my wife. Like paperwork. Blah blah blah. Prenup. Blah blah. I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up. Getting married. You're gonna heavily ever after.
Are you getting a prenup signed?
Well,
That's what
if
I'm
there's
at. No
again
papers.
in the USA, you get either way you get screwed. Even if you have you'll still end up paying child support even if you're not married. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you're gonna get screwed up.
Woman divorce you. And your shit. Ooh, out of there.
Child support, I think you're totally okay with. You want to pay for the kid regardless.
Yeah, but I don't want.
It's paying.
Okay.
But nowadays, let's be honest. Hey, what's his name? It's his name Adam. Let's be honest, bro. These women want ridiculously house, and they don't even spend that money on kids. They buy a wig, they get their nails done. They do all the shit for them. Instead of stacking up the house with groceries, with food, making sure that the kid got some shoes to go to school, to make sure the kids got a haircut. They don't care. Man, them women spend that shit on themselves. They buy them some new clothes instead of the kids. Man, that money don't go to kids most of the time.
For a woman that divorced you and there's no kids.
Man, them single mothers say
that
fuck
too.
them
But
kids.
here's my argument against maybe it's an idealistic one, but I should want to take care of my kid.
Of course.
And I would, right?
It's a no-brainer.
That's the whole point. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
I shouldn't have to have a government put a gun to my head and force me to pay for my child.
Right.
Good point.
That's the problem. That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to take care of the kid no matter what, but I don't like the idea of big daddy government putting a gun to my head and saying, pay this or you're going to jail.
Yeah, it's choice versus force. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Get back on the subject of splitting expenses, paying bills. You know, you're balling out with $100 weekly allowance. Gang.
I am though.
How does it work in your house?
W-wife, and I guarantee you they're gonna live happily after.
And what do you recommend for most couples to work?
I mean, oh goodness, you have to talk about this stuff yourselves. I have just found that it's harder to have the finances separate than they are together. But I have your average marriage, well, women are not marrying average men, but for the folks that are married, A lot of husbands don't trust their wives with the money because if they were to put them together, the woman would overspend. Whereas I don't really think that's a concern in my situation. It's just if I can't see how much money is in the pot, then I can't accurately spend the money. Because I'm not like a minimal spender. I'm like, what's my limit? Okay, it's $99.99. That's where we're at. So I found that it's easier to just have them joint, have that separate card, just prepaid. And my husband kind of does most of the finances. I do make supplemental income, and I would say that that's where the utilities come from. But my husband is paying the bulk of it, mortgage, home insurance, taxes, things like that.
You said, there's this concept of like the man making the money, the woman kind of being the bookkeeper, keeping track of the money. I'm not very comfortable with that. So, in relationships, especially with sex, the men are the gas, the women are the brakes. We've heard that before. The men want to go, 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 sex. Women are like, not so fast, not so fast, not so fast. With money, it's a little bit different. Okay, the men kind of have to be the brakes, where the women want to go on trips, they want to spend, they want to get this, they want to shop, they want to get makeup, where men are like, not so fast, honey. So this gas brakes analogy, I think, is a little bit of a different metaphor when it comes to the spending of the money.
I want to hear more from the lady with the pretty feet.
Well, that's Western women. That's American women. Because there's Eastern cultures where the man makes the money and the women just manage it, but they manage it well. So that's just a problem that we have here with consumerism.
Yeah.
I mean, women own majority of, credit card, consumer debt,
yeah,
consumer and then the student loan debt. So that's our problem with insatiable women because, passport bros, y'all are up. Yes, these Eastern...
Hey, y'all heard about the passport bros? If I can't find me one, chat, if I can't find me one, shit, passport.
Certain women get it, so.
Passport bros. I don't think y'all aware of how many men actually leave in the West, bro, to go find them a feminine, nice, start them a nice little happy family, bro. Telling y'all, if I can't find me one out here, I'm gonna just have fun with these. That's what they want to do anyways. Their body count already up 100. Women empowerment, blah blah blah. I'm so empowered. I'm gonna show my vagina to the world. Blah blah blah. Nudity. Women empowerment.
Yeah, I don't know if I work in finance. I'm a money guy. I don't know how comfortable I would be turning over
I agree with
the
him,
bank
though.
account, the millions, the whatever,
I
to be
agree with
like,
him, though.
hey, you're a gorgeous, hot young girl.
I agree with him though, bro. It's probably because I think he been staying in the West so long, like he don't trust women with the money and shit. Me personally, I manage all my own. Yeah, probably hire a team. I don't think anything that comes with providing like a finance type of aspect, bro. That's all that my woman do though.
Now you're my fucking accountant. I don't know if that sits
those,
well with
you're
me.
not getting those login details.
Yeah,
exactly.
Facts.
Exactly. So, how are you processing that? You'll
And my
pay
woman
for
will
the
not
bills.
know how much I
She
make
ain't getting
either.
access to your
You're not
accounts,
getting,
right,
you're not getting
Sterling?
access to my bank account for a start.
Right.
That ain't happening. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like it's so that's. Yeah, to me that's just common sense. Like the idea of okay, we have a joint account, or I fund an account that you have
I got a
access to,
PP.
whatever. Like you said, to put the brakes on things occasionally. Oddly, ironically enough, with my parents, it was actually the other way around. My dad said this. My dad actually said, if it wasn't for your mother, I would have been broke a long time ago.
Really?
He actually confessed that to me. But he was the workhorse, and but my mum's, she's like super accountant, bookkeeper kind of personality. So she did all that stuff anyway. So for her, she was actually the brakes, and he was like the earning the money, and she was like, we have to put money here for this mortgage and that mortgage and blah, blah, blah. Normally, it is, however, the other way around. Normally, it is the guy making all those kind of big, big level financial decisions. So, well, if you get this bag, honey, then it means we miss our mortgage payment this month, right? And we're out of a house.
Exactly.
So it's like those
How
kind of...
How important is that bag? Well, at the end of the day, as much as I can, I try to smash in and equate finance and romance, right? And I use terms like, you want a woman to be an asset, not a liability. Right. We've all been in relationships where the woman has been a massive liability, whether that's financially, emotionally, socially, and it's just like the juice ain't worth the squeeze. We've also been in relationships, or at least seen relationships, or the woman is just such an asset. It sounds like your mother was a major asset and enabled your father to reach success. And I think that's what every man would want at the end of the day. It's like for you, you've been very open. You're like, yeah, my husband's not a millionaire, but I'm helping him get there. I'm an asset, not a liability, right?
Yeah, well, I'm giving him, it's not giving, okay? We do this stuff together. But my husband spent a long time being a bachelor. He was a bachelor until he was 48. And then come to find out, you're allowed to date young.
No. But she's probably the rare percent of women that's actually going to actually manage it and not do some snaky, flaky shit or something like that. She probably that little small minority. But the majority, hell, I'm not.
Younger women. So there you go. So I get to have this legacy with him. I get to be a witness to his life. I'm going to be taking care of him in old age. People act like if he was my age, that wouldn't be the situation. No, like you get old together, you take care of each other. And we're also going to have children, and that's going to occupy his time. He looks very forward to being a father. But I understand that a lot of women tend to be a drain. But you know what I think? I think that women push their luck when they know that they can with a man. Right? You should have a healthy fear of your man. Like, if you spend a lot of money behind his back, you should be like, oh, maybe that's not the move. I have seen grown women in their 50s get their credit cards taken away because they're spending money behind their man's back. That is so disrespectful.
She is so respectful to her man, bro. She need to multiply times 50. She need to multiply times. And that's why I'm having a lot of kids too. I ain't gonna have. I need my last name before I have something behind it. I need the ladies on top of this shit. And I'm gonna need my boys on top of this shit. Masculinity carrying on my name when I'm looking down. Me and God and Jesus and them at the top. That's my boys. That's my boys.
To deceive my husband in that way is like disgusting, reprehensible. So stop doing it.
I have
ladies.
a friend that is getting a divorce right now. Shall remain nameless. I have a friend that's getting divorced because he found out that his wife was spending money on the credit card behind his back.
Damn.
Not once, not twice. 3 strikes, you're out.
Not good.
And it wasn't 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's 6 figures of credit card debt that he was not aware of.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
She was
Let's
bad.
move on to the next topic,
crazy.
and then we'll get on to some super chats, and we'll open it up for a roundtable discussion. You talked about the age gap in dating and taking care of your man as you get older. You said there's a 22-year age gap?
23.
Okay, so I want to hear from Sterling's perspective, my perspective, and you ladies. What is an ideal age gap these days? Because, it's no secret men like younger women, but it's sometimes, like we had a friend on recently who's
18 plus hours.
almost 40. He says he wants an 18-year-old.
Oh.
I said that's a little aggressive. If you want to take her on a date, have some.
It's legal, bro. I'm not. If it's legal. I'm not the type of person. If I'm 40, I would look to date a 18-year-old. Honestly, I'll look for a 21-year-old plus on up. But if it's legal, who are we to judge him on his preference or what he,
Some fun, but to be your wife, but that's 22 years, but that's a different mindset. You're 25-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sure. But that's a different mindset. So what do you think is an appropriate age range? What do you think is an appropriate age gap? What are the ages that you see yourself with a woman settling down with? Go ahead, Sterling. What do you think is appropriate for men, for women? What are you seeing out there?
I think it just works out better when the guy's older.
Yeah.
In general, like always
Parents.
the case. Yeah. Typically, like with that is like a couple of years, 5 years, 10 years, like whatever. I don't really see a limitation on it. Like if a dude's in his 40s, if a dude's in his 50s, and he meets a girl who's like 18, 19, 20, 21, and they genuinely hit it off, and they genuinely want to like have a relationship and have kids together, I don't see why the hell anyone should be chiming in and stopping it. Whatever happens between 2 consenting adults is no one else's business as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like Dane Cook just literally got engaged. I think you want to say he's 50.
Yeah.
She's like 21.
Yeah. She's hot.
Okay, very hot. Well,
clearly.
clearly.
Everyone getting upset about Leonardo DiCaprio's dating history.
To
me, that's hilarious. Like every year, bang, just turns in for a new model. Let's go.
Look, full disclosure, I've been 18, 19 plus, okay? But these are not women that I'm going to be serious with just because of the mindset and where you're at in life is totally different. If I go into so when I'm not doing this show here, I run a financial firm and I travel a lot and I do a lot of public speaking and I'm having meetings. I can't be a 40-year-old man, 42-year-old man to be exact, showing up with my 18-year-old girlfriend to a financial conference. It's just not a good look. Yeah. So how long you guys been married? Well, I just graduated high school and I'm enrolling in college and I would love for you to take me seriously, Mr. Business Person, Mrs. Business Person. It's not a good look.
All right.
That's for me.
Is it a bad look though because all these other guys are just jealous of you?
I don't think that they're jealous. Okay, how about this?
That's kind of a weird hypothetical that he thinking of, bro. 'Cause I doubt if you bring a beautiful, young, attractive girl, obviously 18, 19 or whatever, bro. I don't think first thing somebody says, how old is she? I doubt that's the first thing that they say. And then I doubt even if she is 18, I doubt they look at you weird. That's not weird to me. I wouldn't do it personally, bro, but if somebody else do it, that's not weird in my eyes. That's what we prefer.
Would I rather be...
Women prefer an older man. Why isn't that weird? That's what I'm saying. Women prefer the 40-year-old. Why isn't that weird? But it's weird for the 40-year-old man to prefer the 18-year-old, but it's not weird for the 18-year-old to prefer the 40-year-old man. Ironic.
With a hot 19-year-old girl at 42, or would I be with a hot 49-year-old girl? Give me the fucking 19-year-old girl all day long. I believe that a man should be older. Certain people around here have much younger husbands. That ain't the episode. That ain't the vibe I'm looking for. Yeah. That's me. But different strokes for different folks. But at some point, there's a weird age situation mindset. Like, how does it work? Like, was it ever weird for you? 22 years age difference?
Oh my gosh, it was a little bit weird, right? Because I had cognitive dissonance. I was like, this man is fine, and I was like, oh, but he's older. I'm not supposed to be looking, but I was like, I can't stop looking. He's so handsome.
Silver fox.
Yeah, so I had to get over that, and I'm glad that I did because society makes it look really bad and like it's predatory. The reality is, I was 25.
Yeah.
You know, and I've also lived.
Sounds like you were the one being the predator.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
But there is a big difference, Allie, between being 25, 7 years removed from high school, 3, 4 years, 5 years removed from college, have a job, working world, then I'm really studying for my SATs right now, and it's like that. That's a little predatory to me. Yeah. And I've hooked up with girls who are 19 years old. So but that's a big different from dating that girl, being serious with that girl. But 25 and 45, 47,
it's not predator. What do men value? Security. I don't think that's. I disagree with. Well, I can't disagree. It's his opinion. I don't think that's predator. Me personally, would I do it when I'm 40 years old? Would I talk to an 18, 19-year-old?
It works. What's the best part about that? What's the biggest challenge with that age gap?
Oh man, to the pick-me's that are out there, look, girl, you got leverage. They don't want these women their age. If you're going for a silver fox, they don't want the women their age. So go ahead and get you one. These older men are good. They are good. Stop it. And you know, if you play your cards right, you get to have like the hot one. Get out of here. My gosh. So
thank you. A woman that's a woman that's not shaming a woman, bro. Like usually these girls that don't have options as fix my seat right. I'm facing outside. Bro, y'all be hearing these women call these other ones pick-me's and all this. No, bitch, you are just jealous that you don't have the options that she have, and you don't have the value that she have. So why would you shame her because she had better options than you? Not what, like, yeah, you just a pick-me, blah blah blah. You hating ass bitch. You mad I'm gonna be happy in my life, and you just gonna be a lonely, sad fuck. You know what I? They always shaming a good woman, bro. Stop getting shamed, all the good ladies. They gonna, shout out to all the good ones like her that stood her ground. Shit, you come whatever you want. I'm the one happy. I got the kid. I don't mind $100 allowance. I'm living life. I love my man.
I would say that
I'm gonna put you on the phone with the girl I'm seeing these days. You let her know.
I got a 22-year-old.
Thanks.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk.
22.
No, one of the things about it is that you kind of get that instant security. You can build with a man your age, and don't get me wrong, I would have. But to be frank, a lot of men don't feel comfortable being men these days, like millennial men, Gen Z men.
Because men are shamed for being men, bro.
I don't think I would have ever been able to have a functional relationship with a man who was within my age range. Unless he was, very mature. So there is something about Gen X men where they understood how to be men because they either sank or they swam when it came to game. And if you were bad with the girls, you got made fun of, and you had to make plans and take risks and make phone calls and like take the risk on like the party line. Somebody could hear you spitting game. So I found to be an advantage. I don't know what's going to happen to America when Gen X men phase out. That's not going to be a good thing for us.
It's not, because they're going to have me. They're going to have the big Peewee. I have me, my fan base, my supporters, bro, that's gonna become the best version of themselves. My network, other people, bro. Shout out to Andrew Tate. He created legends like me, and then they're gonna have plenty of other men. We're gonna put a bullshit, and we're gonna put an end to all this bullshit ass shaming men for being men, and we are going to bring back masculinity, and that's the goal.
For us. But I would say on the downside of it is that these men are very set in their ways. They want not they. Okay, my husband, he wants like a presentation from point A.
That's a queen. Talk your shit, queen. That's a queen, right? Queen is not a queen. Oh, queen. That's
my husband, he wants like a presentation from point A. This is what I would like changed. This is why I would like it changed. And this is how I think we can accomplish this goal. And he'll like look it over and consider. It's like a boardroom meeting. He's like, all right, I will consider this.
Sounds like he's a very logical, practical actor.
Good, right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But some women don't know how to handle that, how to be in a man's frame. It would be very intimidating for, I would say, a younger woman, like younger than 24. I mean, and 24 would be the earliest you could mature in America, I think.
You think 24 is the magic number for a woman?
Well, that's the youngest you could be and maybe not be as narcissistic as other women. I think that you should be ready for
Where are you getting that
family.
number from, by the way?
Oh, I talk to women every day. So It's like the ones that have got it together, if they figure out the game and they're logical and they're smart and they understand hypergamy in a good way to use it for, common sense things like women used to. The youngest I've seen it is 24. Younger than that, no.
They don't get it. Kiana, we're talking this age range. You're a beautiful girl. You're getting wooed from all types of men. What type of age difference, maximum age range, even younger men would you consider?
I won't date young, but my age group in 40 plus or 30. And
40 plus?
We can be 30. Well,
there's a big difference between 30 and 40
It's
now.
only 10. So I'm just trying to think about the age I was when
You prefer an older man, ideally
older.
40.
No, 60.
60?
When I was 20, I dated a 63.
Oh,
now
we have a new world record right now. Sorry, Allie. You just got blown out of the water.
She was in a relationship for 8 years, so she is past 20 years. She said when she was 20, she dated 63. She was 28 when they broke up. Okay, now she getting close to how I know she passed 30. Look.
Yeah.
When you were 20, you were dating a 63-year-old.
I was 23.
Okay, you were 23 and he was
63.
She was 23 dating. Okay, so now we know your age. Now we can close to your age. So you are 30 plus. You're going to hit that wall.
Okay, so there's a 40.
If she do not get right, she's going to hit that wall. What's 8 plus? Not much.
Your age gap.
And we were together for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it was
31.
So I assume when you were 23 and he was 63, he had money and you weren't bringing much to the table.
No, I was just
other than hotness.
Yeah.
And youth. And
I just don't
fidelity.
understand how can he even find me interesting. That's the thing. He kind of helped me start my whole life.
What does fidelity
and
mean?
It's like a blessing in a sense because someone can kind of see that type of person is that person.
Fidelity is faithfulness to a person is demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support.
Okay. So like purity.
But they just need a little help. And I'm only blessed that he kind of put that step behind me. So
that's true.
Did he ever meet your parents?
Well, when he had to come pick me up, no.
Well, no. So, and he's how many years older than Dad? And we're not using any names.
Okay,
so
my dad is 50 now. And I was dating him, so he was way older than my dad.
That's got to be awkward for Dad.
But Dad, Dad, you know how you are, so it is what it is. So
but what did you find? What did you find attractive to a guy like
his mind.
My mind's telling me
he was
no.
a gentleman, and he was very. I love a grown man that know what he want. I feel like my age, they were still looking for what I was looking for, and it was kind of too much. Like it feel like we like blind leading the blind at that point. So
Right.
like,
So I got a guy who's decisive.
right. So for me,
A leader.
to have an older man in my life, it was like I need a mentor. I always wanted
You needed a leader.
someone that I can learn from. I'm a learner. I want to learn. I love to read. I love to. If I can learn from you, I don't need nothing else from you. No money, no nothing. If you got something that I can learn from, because I'm the type of person, you just got to bring me to the water, baby. I'll go fishing.
Sounds like you need to start banging
I bring
professors.
it home now. I'll cook it. So
Okay.
Did you date him for like to marry him, or did you date him to get that mentorship?
I didn't know it. I didn't know what I was hoping for whatever it was. If he said it, I was going to do it.
All right.
So you were in love with him.
I was in love.
Real quick.
It was money. It was love, money. I don't know. I
But
was a
that's
kid. I got
part of
everything.
it. Yeah, that's
I just got
definitely
everything I
part of
wanted.
it.
Real quick, next topic. By the way, let's get to some super chats now. If you want to do that now, are you ready for that?
Yes,
Before
I
we
wanna
do
do super
that,
chats.
let's just get a close up on Sterling right now. Quick word from the future president of the United States.
Yes.
Sterling, how you feeling right now, brother? What do you want to say for the people
Look,
out there?
I'm optimistic about the future of America. I think we're going to do great things together. You and
Hell nah. Fuck Sleepy Joe.
me. We can change this planet. We can change this country. We can put things back together again.
Talk to the
Vote
ladies for a
Sterling.
second.
Vote Sterling.
Talk to the ladies for a second. Go get that female vote real quick.
Right.
Well,
Hey, ladies.
this gets the
Them
female
shoulders.
votes. What more do you need, Adam? Come on.
Correct. That's how Barack did it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for future president of the United States, Sterling Cooper, right there. Natalia, go ahead, rapid fire with some super chats and move on to the next
Yes.
topic.
All right. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. We'll start off with.
I did not expect this video to be that interesting. We about to end right here. I chat. All right, everybody watching on YouTube, bro. I might react to part 2. Oh,